Coming down into turn one. Whoa,
wow.
That's coming out of the pit
road.
lane, yeah.
Oh, how fortunate he is. Not only him, but looked like maybe one of the BKR trucks that went by him. Maybe Reddick.
It looked like Tyler.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
That's unusual this day and age. Remember, Phil, the old days.
Racing remaining from Bristol.
Erik Jones able to get by his teammate. I thought his teammate was going to put a lot of pressure on him, but Erik was able to use it and get going.
Around goes the 3 of Ty Dillon. He comes all the way onto pit road.
Hold the brake.
And the caution comes out.
Get fired up, buddy. You're all good. Fired up. Get it rolling. Get it rolling. There you go. Put 4 out.
Ty just said, hey guys, that bottom is loose.
And he just got loose getting in the corner. Couldn't keep up with it. The other guy that won on that.
Under caution. This is the 8th caution that's come out.
And that is a good point. To Jeff's point, NASCAR is scanning all of these drivers. It's not just the safety workers that they listen to as far as if the racetrack is back in raceable condition. They're going to listen to the drivers, and if somebody had a complaint, it would make a difference. You see,
oh, crash coming onto pit road. Kyle Larson, late decision, wanted to come to pit road. Kyle Busch looked like he was going to come off of pit road. They hit. Pit road, looks as though Logano's going to stay out. Kyle Larson looks like he's going to stay out. Kyle Busch decides to come in.
Well, then Kyle Busch changed his mind, took a hard right to go back on the racetrack at the same time that Kyle Larson decided to take a hard left and come to pit road.
Confusion getting onto pit road. Kyle Larson wouldn't have made it. He was already past the cone.
Looks like everybody's going to get off pit road without losing a lap, but this would be another opportunity to make your pit stop.
I would have wanted to be on pit road when the caution flag comes out. Look here, we're going to have an accident like we were talking about.
It's the 18 of Cody Coughlin, and the 23 collects Christopher Bell.
It happens all the time when you do that. Look at flat tires for William Byron. That probably both front tires flat.
Take a look at it, and this is as they're trying to get down to pit lane and get down to speed.
Watch the yellow truck. He ran into the back of Spencer Gallagher, and that caused that mess. And you can see the 9 truck of Byron sliding his tires. He should have come on to pit road. That would have been a free.
Cars get stacked up. This is a tough pit road to get on because you can see Regan Smith locking up the brakes there. Erik Jones tries to miss that. He locks up his brakes, but it spins him out. Not much contact there, so that's not going to be the issue. It's all the spots that he left. He actually got hit from behind there, as you can see, from Bubba Wallace.
DJ, that's twice that Blaney has really hit those brakes hard just before coming on pit road like that. He was talking about that tack issue. Maybe he's struggling to see if he's at the...
And a big wreck for Carl Long in the 13.
This is a difficult pit road to get on, perhaps the most difficult. You see Kyle Larson, just not turned quick enough, carrying way too much seed. This pit road apron is very, very dirty, has a lot of sand on it, and if you get in there too hot, you just miss it. So 2 years in a row, he's missed pit road. That's, you got to learn. You got to be willing to back your speed up a little bit and make sure you get on pit road. See, last year coming on pit road just did not get slowed down enough.
He's going out, and here comes smoke. They collided, and Tony's crew had to scatter. Watch this. Dirt track action right there. Smoking back in there.
What a close call for Eric Almirola's crew in that 43 car that was sitting in his pit box.
Wow. And that close call right there.
And you'll see right here, when the jack drops, it's Carl's sign to leave, and the crew member's trying to get it out of the back window, but just doesn't do it. I mean, that's as much of an effort as you can give as a crew member trying to get that wrench out.
I wonder, Andy Petrie, would taking equipment out of the box include dragging a crewman out of the box?
Well, I don't know if the crewman counts as part of the equipment, but as you can see, that at least part of that wrench was still in the car. But even if not, that would still have been a penalty because they carried that equipment outside of the pit box before they removed it.
Not just a traffic jam, but a collision on pit road. Look at the nose of Jimmy Johnson's car. He got into the back of Kyle Busch exiting their pits when Busch had to brake for a car that jumped out in front of him.
Kevin Harvick jumped out in front of Kyle, and he had to get on the brakes and then contact.
Damaged the right rear corner of Kyle's car.
Yeah, look.
Oh, problems here. Every pit
double jump as the 15 just launching the truck into the sky as Mason Mingus. Look at all the damage left behind. I mean, he got all 4 wheels off the ground. Watch how fast he came in here.
Just coming in too
hot on entry. I don't know if maybe the brakes didn't. It seemed like the brakes got to working good right before he hit the grass. Look at that thing ramp up in the air. A really difficult pit road to get to, Phil, because it's right way around the turn. So, but that wasn't even close.
Sure wasn't. A lot of damage to Mason Mingus' truck as well, as you see Timothy Peters go by.
Just some gas. Oh, there's Timothy Peters.
A lot of contact.
Man, you can't drive out on the side of someone. Spotters, Fuji, somebody needs to help you. You can't see really great out of these trucks, Phil. So you got to have a lot of help right there. And that truck, bad move there.
Take another look at what happened after getting his service done.
Watch this hard contact.
See,
Further down.
Nowhere for Jake Crum to go. He had to get by the 60 truck of Dakota Armstrong. Watch the gas can here on Kyle Busch's truck.
Oh, is he going to leave with that equipment? That's a penalty if so. And
Yes,
it looks
he
like,
does.
yes, the can goes out of the pit. He'll have to do a restart in the rear of the field.
During pit stops, things got even just a little bit odder. You see Clint Boiler peeling off to stop there to repair this right rear damage, and we'll show you how it happened. Danica Patrick is going to come out of her pit stall. Slew it sideways a bit. Whoops.
I can't explain that one.
Yeah, and Clint Boyer just got back on the lead lap by getting the free pass. Look at the damage on the left front of Danica Patrick. Right now, she's running in 18th position, and I think she might just be 1 lap down.
She is 1 lap down, but apparently she just got on it, and the thing with fresh tires on it just got loose, and she couldn't keep it out of the back of the 15 here.
Right sides for Keselowski. Oh, contact there as David Rudiman was just coming to his pit stall.
Back it up.
Brad Keselowski came in 10th. Don't know how much damage he got there. That's a pretty good lick, though.
We got one moving into we saw this on pit road early. Casey Kane hits the inside wall and knocks it down. Saw some guys' helmets that were sitting up there. So a problem with Casey Kane's car. Goes on to pit road and the caution's out.
We saw this Saturday in practice, almost identical to that. We talked about how rare it is that it can happen. It's happened twice in 2 days. It's coming off turn 3, approaching the front straightaway. You can see Casey's all by himself, gets loose. Same thing we saw with Jeb Burton the other day, almost in the same tread marks. Can't get the car all the way spun out. Now I'll be honest with you, he's long for the ride, trying to keep from hitting the inside wall, but there's just no stopping it at this point.
For the lead, Juan Pablo Montoya and Bobby Labonte were racing right in front of him in turn 4.
Yeah, and this at Market caught these cars. You can see Bobby Labonte looks like just loses it, gets loose with that car right up behind him there. But Mark had been there for a while, and you can see Mark spinning now. Not much you can do except hold on and lock the brakes as a driver at this point in time.
And right there. Oh.
Yeah, it's lucky those crew members weren't injured there as well. I'm telling you, that was just a crazy accident.
Mark's trying to keep it off the wall right here and keep it a little damaged as he possibly can, but just can't get it back out. Wow, you can see all the oil go out from
instantly it ruptured that oil tank. That could have been a big problem if it had caught fire immediately.
There you see him in the 52. Got into Alex Kennedy. Both set to make their Sprint Cup debut today, and here's a replay of what happened.
That's just guys not paying attention. That's all
right.
that is.
19, the white machine of Alex Kennedy. And Paulie Haraka apparently not watching what's going on in front of him, just drilled him.
I have no idea what he was doing on that.
Wow.
Oh, trouble. Around goes Danica Patrick.
That's
Paul
a big
Menard
damage
has
on
to
that left
slide
rear.
to a stop.
She got a lot of damage to the left side of that car.
I just don't think Paul realized trying to get it slowed down. She's got Menard on her inside and the 32.
She cut right across Bobby Labonte's nose and into the path of Menard.
Yeah, when you're pitting that early on pit road, you really need to get down as early as you possibly can to make sure that no one ever can get inside of you in that situation.
A little bit loose in turn 2 during that last run. Now they said they snugged it up a little bit too much, so he's saying to take a little bit away from what they did on that last adjustment. Matt?
48.8 at Dale Earnhardt Jr. He's already in and gone. Good fuel stop for him.
48 just got hammered by Marcus Ambrose.
Just back right over here, back into our stall, and we'll get a look at it.
You see the 48 car leaving the pits right here. The 9 car has already committed to his pit. Nothing can be done at that point in time. Jimmy's on full bore leaving. The 9 car's on the brakes trying to get in and run out of room.
And you can't see, I mean, Jimmy Johnson can't see over there in that right rear corner. All you're doing is going off of who's telling you go, 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 clear or whatever. So there's no way that Jimmy saw the 9 car of Ambrose.
Back his right front wheel is.
Yeah, and you see the number of laps that Brad Keselowski ran. You're starting to see their hand there, Kelly, on how long they can run.
And it sounded like Brad maybe didn't. Oh, and you'd see he's just hit a crew member. So this is a disastrous stop for Brad Keselowski, who withdrew his pit stall. He didn't hear Paul Wolf, his crew chief, call him in the
stall. He's just too fast.
And hope all these guys are okay. Obviously, that was a big fall. But see all the brake dust on the left front wheel. I just wonder they were using so much brake. And we're going to see a lot of brake dust here. But I just wonder if he's using so much brake that the brakes didn't work the way he was anticipating them to. You know, sometimes it's easy to, you know, you're trying to get in pit road as hard as you can. You're trying to get your stall as hard as you can. The car just didn't get stopped. I mean, obviously it's, you know, it falls on Brad, but I just wonder if he didn't anticipate it because the brakes weren't working quite as effectively as he had planned on.
Sorry about that, guys. Just locked the front up. Couldn't get him to come back.